What's going on? This is Corwin. Today has been a day. Today is the first day of my fast that I'm starting. If God willing, a 30-day fast. This is something that I've always wanted to do, something that I've been struggling with. Some of you are going to be able to relate to this. Fasting and the importance of fasting and why I decided to do it. For starters, fatty liver, just being overweight. Since I've left the military, I have gained almost 75 pounds. I have lost quite a bit since then, but it's been a yo-yo effect. And a lot of you can relate to this when it comes time to losing weight. Whether you're jumping on fad diets or you're trying something that you know has worked for somebody else. And some of you have had success and some of you have not. And that causes you to give up oftentimes. I'm in that boat. My weight has yo-yoed since the military. Been very consistent with what's going on in my life for the most part. Going through a divorce, change of lifestyle. Like everything has been turned upside down. And then trying to find the good in everything. Understanding that life has its ups and downs. I'm back here again. Now, I tried a 14-day fast last year. I've done 7-day, 3 days. I've had success. I've had failures at it. We can call them learning experiences. I always start a fast the same way. I start off with my measurements. I take my photos to see where I am. Again, this is not about weight loss. This is about a lifestyle change. This is about re-sparking the discipline that I once had that clearly I have lost. I know it's there. It's just a matter of finding it and fine-tuning that discipline. I'm on a journey to reconnect with God. I am an emotional eater. I'm addicted to food. I know that sounds funny, but the truth of the matter is a lot of us are addicted to food. We're addicted to the sugars that are in the food. We're constantly craving all of the things that we know are not good for us, that are killing us, yet we still decide that we're going to eat them. I'm guilty of that. Changing my lifestyle, writing a new book, thriving on a shoestring budget, and how to make those dollars work for you. Making the right decisions when it comes to food and comes to your eating, because food can either give us life or it can give us death. We already have to contend with the fact that we can't trust the food manufacturers. We can't trust a lot of the farmers. Some farmers are bought and paid for. The foods that we have are coming from these people with this mindset. It's all about the money at the end of the day. The responsibility starts and stops with us. And that's being able to take control of our lifestyle, take control over what we eat, and focus on doing the right thing for not only ourselves, but our children and the next generation. So me going on another fast is difficult, but it's also very beneficial. And beneficial is an understatement to really describe the health benefits that you could see from fasting, the physical benefits that you could see from fasting, the spiritual benefit. And for me, that is the most important part of this. With everything going on in my life, it's very important that I stay grounded. And I think that food can be a distraction, especially for me being an emotional eater, coming from a place of trauma. If you read my book, The Road to Nowhere, how I'm saving myself from the self-destructive behaviors that rule me. While I am so much better off than when I was a child, even a young adult, now that I'm much older, I turned 40 this year, things really hit home. Mortality, all these things really, you start to focus in on. So many people around us are no longer here, and people that we know are gone. And some of these things could have been avoided. Some of these things start with what we eat. Only getting back to the source, the way God intended for us to eat. Well, I think that you really have the mental clarity and that determination and will, most importantly, to continue to be more disciplined, to treat our bodies as temples. And that's what this is about for me. This is the first day I'm embarking on this 30-day journey. How do I feel? Right now it's 6:58 p.m. I feel tired. Obviously, I have enough energy to do this. Hopefully I don't sound lethargic when I come across on camera. I got up this morning around 8 o'clock. I had a couple errands. I'm also renovating my house. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing. I'll try to maintain and do a little work in the house to get me closer to the goal of getting in my house as soon as possible. That's challenging. And I felt really run down and tired. It just kind of hit me all at once at around 3 or 4 o'clock. In terms of food, I thought about food. As a matter of fact, when I got to the house, I even thought, man, let me just cheat a little bit. Let me grab a little bit of chips or some sort of snack to hold me over. By the grace of God, I had enough will to resist those cravings. I gave up meat prior to me going on the fast. So whereas before that was one of the methods that I would use, I would have some meat and I would just eat chicken breast or something on the build up to the fast starting. I could have eaten other sources of protein, but I didn't do much of prepping because I wasn't really sure that I was actually going to start this fast today. I was inspired last night and I felt God telling me to do it. So on my fast, it is nothing but water. I'm trying to stay focused, be disciplined. I've taken my measurements. I've done what I needed to do to start this. I'm going to go ahead and lay down and rest for the day. I am very enthusiastic about it. I'm excited about this journey and what I'm about to embark on. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to sharing my journey with you. I just want to encourage anybody else who is out there who is doing it to stick with it. The fasting is to reconnect with God. The fasting is to eliminate some idols. So part of that fast is not just food for me. It's also electronics. It's social media. It's staying off of those things for that period of time to clear my mind. Again, to reconnect with God. I look forward to sharing with you the journey. If you have not read my book, Road to Nowhere, How I'm Saving Myself from the Self-Destructive Behaviors That Rule Me, you can purchase it on Amazon. It talks about childhood trauma. For so many of us, we refer to ourselves as foodies. We're supposed to eat to live, not live to eat. While food can be delicious, we have to consider the health benefits, because life is not about just quantity of life. It's not about the amount of time. It's also about the quality of life. And your food can directly contribute to the quality of life that you have. And the quantity. But I would much rather have a good quality of life than just to say that I've lived until I'm old. So today is a long one, but it is ending for me very soon. I'm going to go lay down. Last fast, I did try to work out. I don't think that I'm going to do that this time. I think that I'm simply going to just take it easy, rest when I can, drink plenty of fluids, and then speak to God as I'm guided along this way. So that's it. Until tomorrow, I appreciate you tuning in.